For more on this complaint, CBC's Bethany Lindsay joins us now. Bethany, why did this case end up at the RTB?
Yeah, so Carvalho lives in an 8-unit building on the west side, and he knew that his landlord wanted to evict someone to allow a caretaker to move in. That's totally legal under BC law. So Carvalho and one of his neighbors got a call from Plan A about a year ago. They say they were told one of them would have to go. The neighbor agreed to leave voluntarily. She moved out in April. But instead of moving in a caretaker, Plan A re-rented the apartment, and they raised the rent by more than 50%. Then Carvalho got his eviction notice.
It was a huge surprise and source of stress getting that eviction notice just a few months after the neighbors next door had moved out.
So Plan A says they weren't able to find a caretaker by the time the neighbor moved out, so they argue they had a responsibility to find a new tenant instead.
Bethany, what did the Residential Tenancy Branch have to say about that argument?
Well, the arbitrator assigned to the case didn't buy it. They found that Plan A was acting in bad faith, and they said it didn't make sense to ask someone to leave when there was no caretaker available. Carvalho's neighbor had left voluntarily, so Plan A knew that she had no recourse when a caretaker didn't move in as promised. The arbitrator said it looked like Plan A was just trying to maximize its rental income, and they've now canceled Carvalho's eviction notice.
Obviously, it was a great relief. I know that the housing situation right now is extremely complicated, and I received a lot of support from friends, from neighbors, and just very grateful for all of that help.
So, of course, Plan A isn't quite so happy about this. Their executive director sent me a written statement saying the company disagrees with the arbitrator's decision and they're considering a judicial review. Plan A says they believe the decision was biased and that the arbitrator misinterpreted the law. They say they have live-in caretakers at other buildings and have never been accused of acting in bad faith. For now, Carvalho will be allowed to stay on a month-to-month basis.
CBC reporter Bethany Lindsay, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.